Hey there, everyone. It's your old friend Yandy here. Quick little tutorial about how to set up this generic Sawyer AJE slash all achievements tracker frame. Um, so what you want to do to make it real easy is go into open up you've opened up OBS, you've opened up the tracker, and you've opened up Spelunky, so you have your gameplay capture. You'll take the frame that I've provided. Link, I should be able to provide a link below. It'll also be in the Discord. Um, and you put that on, and what you're going to do is just make sure that it fills the whole frame like you see here. Um, and then we need to do a slight adjustment to the tracker itself. So what I'll probably be doing is see this can be adjusted for AJE, for all achievements, all characters, whatever you want to do. You can just uh, change the layout a little bit. This works best for all achievements or all journal entries runs because I have a big frame on the side for all the items. We're going to go with an all achievements setup, which you can do if you want to run AJE, but don't want to bother switching over to AJE and maybe keep an eye out. Like if you see a good all characters run, you don't have to start over or any bullshit like that. So what you'll do is you'll go into your settings, and you can pick whatever background color you want. I chose orange because it's the default color of the tracker itself, or of the frame itself. I'm sorry. But you can go in here and you can change whatever color you want, whatever suits your damn fancy. Um, Text is generally good to keep black for the best contrast. Unless you're doing a black tracker with white text, but black text on a lighter color generally works the best for readability. Um, and for this specific frame, choose 5 rows right here. You're gonna choose 5 rows. You're gonna choose inverted to make sure that it's vertical. And then you're probably going to want to pot the image size down a little bit just so that it fits on your screen, because if your tracker's hanging off the end of your screen, OBS might have trouble reading all of it properly. So this is what I have to fit my screen. So you just go ahead and click save, and you are set in the tracker. And so let me just bring that over. And now we can switch to switch off of the display view. Okay. So now we have our frame. We know we have the tracker open and set up, ready to go. Then you're going to do a window capture of the unlockables. So that will be my items. Now I already have this set up, but see, now you can match the color on the tracker to the color of the background in the frame, and then you don't have to worry about any keying out colors or green screening or any of that bullshit. You just layer it on one on top of the other, and then you'll resize it to fit the frame. You'll find that fit. And now you have all your items very cleanly displayed. So we're already like a good portion of the way there. Next are the timing trackers. So you do a window capture of your. We'll just bring up one of them. Bing. You'll do a window tracker of this window. And what you want to do is down on this bottom bar, I've made enough room for you to put all of this information spread out. And the way to do that is to do multiple window captures so just do a new window capture, new window capture, new window capture, and you're capturing the same window. And then you can press Alt, hold down Alt, and pull the top resizing bracket. And so now we'll just pull it down, and we're just gonna stick extrapolated time in there. We might have to adjust just a tiny bit to fit in the window, and it's fine. Let's see if we can get it there. There we go. So we've got our main timer, we've got our extrapolated timer. Now I've already preset this like a cooking show. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna then I have this set up to do by 3. So you get the next 3 items up. And by default, OBS will snap boxes together as you move them like this. You might be able to notice the snap on the recording. And that's actually really good in our case because that helps us line those boxes up really nicely next to each other. So then we just adjust a little bit, and I might actually have to adjust the frame itself. But the link below will have the updated graphic for you. But you're just going to fiddle with it a little bit. See, there we go. Now we got 2. And we'll quickly bang out the next ones. So we do characters to teamwork. Okay, maybe cut it a little bit close there. Bring it over, snap it next to the next one, and work it down there. Bing, bing. A couple little adjustments, and now it fits. And I'm sure you can see that the colors are not matching, but that's okay. That's something we can fix in 2 different ways, and I'll show you in just a second. So we take this one, and this one's going to be, once again, holding down Alt, the Alt key while we resize, lets us do this kind of cropping. So now we do no gold to Spelunky. And remember, you can resize these windows as much as you want to make it fit for you, to make it work for you. I'm just providing a template, and you can do whatever the hell you want with it. That is fine. And now, finally, the tutorial up to our ASO tracker at the top of the window. We slide that in, and bingo, bango, ha-ta-ta. We are done with our frame and our tracker. Now, all we need is our gameplay, and that's easy peasy. So we'll do our game capture here. Once again, I've already put it in. So we've got our game capture, and so we want to resize it. Oops. Grabbed that window instead. And if you want to lock any of these items, if you're worried about moving them around, you can click the lock symbol next to them in the sources window in OBS, and that will lock them in place and not let you change them until you unlock them, which can be very, very helpful, especially for me because I'm always accidentally clicking on the wrong thing. So now we have a black border that you can't see because our default background in OBS is black. So what we're going to do, we want it to line up real nice and look real clean. So we're going to drag in the Sources tab, you're going to drag your game capture all the way to the bottom. So now it's behind the frame. And now you can, like, I'm going to snap it to the top left corner, and then I'm just going to drag it out until it just starts disappearing behind the frame. And then we can bring it down a few frames like that with just the arrow keys. And there you go. That's it. That's all you need. And now you're ready You're ready to go. The final detail is if you want to match the color of the frame to the color of your tracker frame, because once again, you can see on the lower left corner the colors don't match quite. That's easily achieved. You go into your frame source. You're going to click on filters, and you'll bring that up, and it's going to take a few seconds for me because my computer is having a heart attack for that. And when the filters comes up, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to apply a well, let me bring it up so that I make sure to get the right. It's called color correction. So you'll click on the plus in the filters window. You'll click color correction. You'll click OK. And now you got all these options. So if I wanted to change the color, I can grab the hue shift slider, and I can slide it, and now you can see that it's like going all over the place. And it's really easy. You can, with messing around with the hue shift or the gamma shift, as you can see, or even contrast. Contrast is going to start getting into the black border, which is not great, so be careful. Same with brightness and saturation. So you can just mess around with it to your heart's content to really dial in. I'm going to go back to defaults. To really dial in that color matching, and you can match it really nicely. Let's see if, oh, that's pretty damn close. So you can match it really nicely so that it looks like your tracker has always been integrated in the frame. And easy to read. When you submit runs, people can instantly look at it and say, oh, I know they're at this part of the run. I know they have this many items left. I know this is a legitimate run. Great. And also, if you're doing just AJE, you can totally just nix out all of those other windows and just put the time. And you can either leave this blank or put a graphic in or whatever the hell you want. Like, do whatever you want. Live your best life. Anyway, that's going to do it. Hopefully this was useful for anybody. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message on Twitch, on Discord. You can tweet at me, I guess. Whatever you want. I'm available. But have a wonderful day, and good luck with your runs.